What's up? It's your girl Survivor Speaks, and I'm back with an update of 120 update 125 of the YSL trial. So this morning, Mounk Tounk and Ms. Love got into a heated argument, and Mounk Tounk was not here for Ms. Love in her repetitive questioning and wanted her to get to the point. So I'm going to just show you some brief clips to show you what happened this morning in the courtroom. It was powerful on Mounk Tounk's part, and it was an explosion. And you can see that Love is just losing control. But before we get to that, let's get through some legalities because I am sharing clips from 11 Alive and under fair use. So let's get to the disclaimer first. Let's go. This video is being shown to you under the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. So, not going to do too much commentary. Let's get right into the video. This is the first round of Mounk Tounk versus Love.
Defendant Williams here in court with you on December 28, 2022?
No.
Was your friend defendant Kendrick here in court with you on December 28, 2022?
No.
Was the lawyer for your friend, Mr. Williams, here in court with you on December 28, 2022?
No.
Was the lawyer for your friend, Mr. Stillwell, here in court with you on December 28, 2022?
No.
Was the lawyer for your friend, Mr. Kendrick, here in court with you on December? He objected. Hold on, Mr.
Relevance to whether I was in attendance at the time he took his plea.
Your Honor, overruled. Was the lawyer for your friend, Mr. Kendrick, here in court with you on December 28, 2022? You can answer first, and I will let you explain, but I need you to answer yes or no.
But could you stop yelling at me like I'm your child or something? I'm not your child.
You are not.
You talking aggressive to me. You don't intimidate me. All them guys over here. So if you would have came to me and asked me that, I'd have told you the same thing. What if they was in my face or not in my face? I'm not scared of them or you.
I don't want you to be.
Well, that's what you acting like it. That's what you acting like you're trying to pay.
So do you want me to bring my voice down? And I apologize.
Don't holler at me. I ain't your child. Could I take a break? Y'all call.
No, we've had so many breaks this morning. We really need to get through this.
All right. So, Mr. Sledge was.
So as you can see there, Mounk Tounk told her, well, somebody should have told her a long time ago, just because you're the DA, you shouldn't be talking down to these men. And did y'all see the way she had her hand up, like, not talking to you right now, and you're nobody? I need you for this case, but right now be quiet, because we're not talking to you. She needs to learn some respect. I applaud Mounk Tounk for standing on his, on his square and letting her know, you're not going to talk to me like that. But that wasn't the only showdown in the courtroom. Stay tuned. Here's part two. Y'all let me know, because I'm Mounk Tounk for the win already.
2022.
No.
Was Lil Rod in the courtroom with you on December 28, 2022?
Get to your point. No.
That is my point.
Your point is pointless.
Was the lawyer for Mr. Huey Quay in court with you on December 28, 2022?
No.
Was the lawyer for Cornelius Nichols in court with you on December 28, 2022?
No.
Was the lawyer for Little Rod in court with you on December 28, 2022?
I don't know if that's been asked and answered or not.
It was not.
Okay, well, go ahead if you say it was.
Was the lawyer for Little Rod?
No.
On cross-examination, defendant Stillwell's attorney, Mr. Sharp, asked you about shell kelp and Antrevia. Do you remember that?
I don't recall.
All right. When did you lose recollection of what happened 3 days ago?
I don't recall.
Are all of your answers to every question I ask from now on going to be, I don't recall?
Yes.
Why?
Because I don't recall.
And what caused you to lose your memory?
You put so much pressure on my brain, I don't forgot everything. I can't remember all this stuff that been asked to me for the last 4 days. It's like, it's confusing. So I'm not, like you said, I completed the 9th grade. I'm not that intelligent to be remembering all this stuff that you keep asking me. My brain just everywhere. I might need to go see somebody after this court time.
Mr. Sledge, did you have any problem at all understanding the questions asked to you about Brian Steele?
I don't recall.
Right. Did you lose your memory at any point with Mr. Steele?
He wasn't pressuring me like you. He was helping me. He was explaining to me. He was breaking down. But it seemed like.
I appreciate what you're saying. I'm going to respond to that.
Objection.
Mr.
The witness should be allowed to answer the question.
Were you finished with your answer?
No, she cut me off.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, please.
I said, Mr. Steele was explaining to me he wasn't pressuring me, but every time it seems like I'm getting up and with you, I'm giving you my truth, and you still trying to pressure me to say something you want me to say when I'm giving you the truth that I know.
Mr. Sledge, do you understand that there's a difference between the way that a prosecutor can ask you questions and the way that a defense attorney can ask you questions?
No.
Do you understand that I cannot lead you when I'm asking you questions?
Sustained.
Okay. When you say that there's a difference between the way that Mr. Steele asks you questions and the way that I ask you questions, would you help me understand what that difference is so that I can ask you questions in a way that does not frustrate you?
Oh, well, and he kind of has told you.
She didn't say it. She said you overruled.
Ask your next question.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So will you help me break things down a little bit so that I'm not frustrating you, okay?
You already have.
I understand.
I don't even.
Can we rewind?
No.
All right. When you were asked about Antrevia, was Shell Kell the person you said who had also started a relationship with Antrevia after you?
I don't recall.
What is confrontational about that question?
I just don't recall.
Why don't you recall?
Because you pressured me. I don't recall. You hurt my brain.
All right, so let's take an early lunch, and you can calm down in the meantime, hopefully, and then we will come back. Let's see, it's almost 11:15. Let's come back at 12:30.
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
As you can see, he told her, you hurt my brain and your questions are pointless. Checkmate. Everything somebody else should have told this woman a long time ago. Some survivor speaks, and remember, it wouldn't be me if I didn't tell you. 2, get your mammograms. Fill up on your boobies and make sure that you are all right? And don't you dare let nobody like Miss Love come into your house and disturb the peace that passes all understanding. I'm Survivor Speaks, and I'll see you in the next video or update. Peace.
Keep it diva, keep it diva, keep it diva. I have arrived. Keep it diva, keep it diva, keep it diva.
It's got my head spinning.